Guys, this is gimmick. Welcome to another Touhou Lost Branch of Legend playthrough. It's been like 2 months or something. We've gone through several numbered updates at this point, far too many things to even keep track of. I haven't really been playing this game very much for quite a while, mostly SMB3 tournament related, but that's a story for another time. The main thing that I wanted to note here, we now have this version 1.5.0 on the main branch at this point, so all of the beta testing and stuff has been done for it. And this one has a couple of big changes, mostly to Cirno as a whole. Cirno A especially has been drastically changed, but also this introduces a new style of mana cost to the game, which is the hybrid mana. As soon as I can find a card that has it here. There's not too many that have it by default, but this is a good example. So this used to cost, I believe, 1 blue and 1 yellow. A lot of cards now will have their costs sort of reduced a bit, or at least condensed into a hybrid cost. So for this particular one, you can now pay either a white mana or a blue mana. I call it yellow, but that's just the native color, right? It's kind of neat. Most of the time you'll see this going from, like, say a red and a white mana to 1 colorless and a red or white mana, so it's a lot easier to pay for things that way. It makes taking Junko quite a bit easier, because a lot of your cards which were like dual color too expensive and whatnot end up not being dual color by the end of it, which is pretty solid. And yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff to go with that. Also, tons of new artworks as well. I did spot this one earlier, which is a fantastic change for Spring Color Path. We are going to be focusing on Cirno this time round though, because I haven't really played very much with Cirno yet. So, other than the teammate stuff is still pretty good, Sunflowers are definitely a decent version of that deck. But I haven't really played with the new Cirno blue style very much. So, Blue Cirno still focuses on cold a decent bit, but she's now a bit more tied to Blue's identity of like drawing cards, playing stuff at lower cost and stuff, so that's kind of cool, I suppose. She still has the decent damage. I think this might have been increased in damage. This may have only done 15 before, or I might just be thinking too much about the other one. But decent amount of damage, applies cold, always the fun stuff there. I think this is basically the same. But now her, instead of getting a Glacier, like a Glacier Plus at the start of the thing, you now get Ice Crystal Wings instead. These wings, as it seems, will increase your mana for the turn, which is pretty good. So she starts with a bit of mana cheat, and you get to look at specifically blue cards from your deck, one to the top, one to the bottom, so you can focus a bit more on bottom deck synergies than you could before, which is pretty neat. So, at least it sounds neat. I don't know if it actually is going to be, but we will see. I've done, I think, 1 potential run with Cirno when she was like being beta tested for this new version. I don't really know enough otherwise to say. Funny that we get this one that kind of looks like a crystal wing, right? Definitely a decent exhibit. Probably on par with this, to be honest, but I like the blue mana that you gain from the Ice Wing here, so probably not needing to take that. Here's a new card that's been introduced, the Teacher's Dedication, so you get to draw extra cards during the draw step. This, I think, is replacing the Kaneko card that was like a really expensive blue-green hybrid card, and that gave you Barrier as well, but was, yeah, kind of whatever. Blizzard is still pretty insane. Now, instead of repeating if the enemy... No, it wasn't if the enemy, it's if you had to summon Letty, then it would repeat this effect in the next turn. But now, if the bottom card of your deck is blue, you get to repeat this on the next turn. So this synergizes directly with the Ice Wings, and is probably what I'm going to be taking here, unless the rare is kind of insane. Yummy Fruit Freezies actually has the new hybrid cost here as well. This used to be a green card specifically, but now it is a blue-green hybrid. Probably because it works with both the cold and the teammate stuff, so it makes sense to be a hybrid card. What is our rare here? Oh, it would be called Logistics Chain, wouldn't it? Yep, I'm taking that. Cold Logistics Chain and several mana cheating cards as sort of falls into this category. It's gotten a buff, it doesn't cost any mana now. It was already super strong as it was. I'm just going to take it, and we are going to move on. So yeah, it took a while to figure out what I wanted to do, but realistically I think that is the best opening choice here. Otherwise, yeah, a lot of Cirno's cards have been reworked and whatnot, so you see here what this used to be the card art for the, well, Free Shot used to be the, like, gain Frost Armor thing. That's been moved to a different card now. Now this is gain 12 block, and until your next turn, apply cold to the first enemy that hits you, which is pretty useful. I don't really have any way of, like, full defending here, so I guess I should probably take one. We do have Ice Lance here as well, which will be pretty good next turn. Ice Lance has been changed a little bit too. It doesn't deal quite as much damage as it used to, but it's still pretty respectable, so that is fine. We're going to gain ourselves the block. We'll put cold on them next turn. Need to do that one because otherwise we wouldn't have blocked enough damage. And then we've just got one more to do that with. This does retain, so you don't have to use it in the same turn as you get it, so that's kind of neat. Because now we can do double damage, which is pretty good. The thing is, I'm not really going to do... I guess I'm fine. I'm not really going to do like as much damage as I could here, I don't think, but it's okay. We just want to make sure that we are surviving well enough. This turn, I think Icewing is going to get taken just so we can get the last blue card out of the deck, because I need the block here. And 9 and 5 is bigger than 10, so we can do a little bit of chip damage through there as well. Make the enemy cold, which means we can knock it out before it does the... actually we can't, because we've got only defense cards here. It's gonna survive on 2 HP. Go figure. Sometimes you still just don't draw the stuff you need in sequence, which is really annoying. But hey, it is how it be. So take this one out, grab ourselves our first reward. Cool Entrance is what, I think it's Frosty Garden is what this card used to be called. Apply cold to each enemy. If there's a summoned teammate, then it costs 0 to play. Butterfly's Wing Beat as the very first card here is funny, but I don't think I really want it, to be honest with you. Frozen Specimen is a changed card as well. Exile up to 2 in the hand and add that many Ice Wings to the draw pile. It's a little awkward, but I guess if you've got lots of status stuff thrown at you, this could be kind of useful. Does it cost nothing when you... It doesn't cost nothing when you upgrade it, but it does let you exile from anywhere. So it kind of turns into a bit of a different card. It turns into something similar to waste utilization. The problem is the Ice Wings do not have replenish, which means that you are going to be drawing those, like, cards as just part of the thing. It's probably fine. I guess I'll experiment with it. I don't think it's super good, but this is the test one, right? So we'll experiment. Lose a decent bit of life here, but I always like getting the amulet. The light is pretty okay, because if you the first time you do damage to enemies, it will apply vulnerable to each one that you damaged in that hit, which is fine, but I generally prefer the other bit. I'm just gonna bomb this here because I want to. I probably don't need to, but I just want to get through the fight. In Plain Sight has changed a fair bit here. This used to be a low-cost block that would overdraft you. Now it's a high-cost block, but it also gives you graze as well. When upgraded, 14 block and 2 graze is actually really good. The other two are the same as they were before, but I will take the defense card here and probably just like upgrade that. Let me just double check. So like Cold Logistics obviously chooses 2 cards to put into hand, which is something I do want to upgrade before the end of this chapter, if you will. Free Shot makes it a bit easier to pay, and the first 2 enemies get colded. That's kind of neat, I suppose. But I think it probably is best just to be in plain sight here. I think there's a bit of an awkward thing with this opening setup, is that a lot of these cards I actually want to have upgraded already, so this could end up being a bit awkward. I don't know if this was in the previous version I played, but now you can choose a random opponent and gain some extra power, so you don't have to make the choice per se. Let's see who we get. We get Reimu. Reimu's who I was going to fight anyway, or want to fight, so now we just have more power before going into that fight, which is pretty good. Let's go for the event, why not? Oh, already get more power back if we want to as well. Or we could be mean and not do that. I will take the power. And I will be nice and I will pay. You don't have to, but I think maybe, if I remember rightly, if you face Shiki in Act 3, I want to say that her sin status starts like 1 higher than it did before if you do dine and dash there, but I might just be misremembering. Anyway, this is a pretty good time to use that because we just full block everyone here, and Cold Logistics to grab, I don't know, honestly, probably just like an attack, right? I mean, we're grabbing... We should grab Frozen Specimen. Ice Wings adding is just kind of awkward here, though. Like, we really don't have good synergy for that yet. I'm just going to take this. And we'll use this just so I can properly attack and stuff here as well. Yeah, we're not going to need that next turn. So we will hit and hit. So we'll graze the first 2 here and then block this one. In plain sight. Pretty useful card. It's the kind of card that I'm like, yeah, this is where I actually do like the idea of having a proper block thing, you know? Well, not a block, but like having... Let's do... Sorry, I'm just thinking through the way this turn's got to go as well. Let's just do that. Yeah, it gives you some block as well, but it also makes it so that you can take way less damage off of certain boss attacks as well. Especially in stage 2, where a lot of the attacks are like grazable, but they're times 2 or 3 hits, so you just get to full block the thing, which is quite good. Speaking of full blocking, this one we can full block just by using this, which is fine because we get the cold applied as well. Shoot on you. There's not really anything else to do with it, so I suppose we just do that anyhow. The amulet's extra barrier here is quite useful, because otherwise I would be taking a fair amount here. But that's okay. We'll just suck up with the barrier. We'll take 1 damage here, but I think it's better than just like getting hit with the spirit as well there. And now we can full damage as well. We just focus on as much as we can do here and take her out when we have enough. We need attack cards at this point. Like, we don't really have any attacks yet, but that's fine. We will get there. Honestly, this is just kind of silly. Really just not really getting anywhere with this, are we? No attacking, definitely not very helpful. We need to resolve that in the next card. Haven't really drawn any attacks yet though, so I guess that's the thing. Freeze Beam is not really the attack I want, to be honest. Water Blanket's been changed. It used to be an optical camouflage attack, but now it's draw cards and gain a bit of thing. This is just going into Blue's identity as a draw engine a lot more, which I think is kind of neat. I suppose this is kind of good, to be honest, with the whole like bottom card thing that we have. And if we upgrade it, it does do a good amount of damage. Yeah, we'll do it. 12 damage in cold. It's only 2 mana of, like, it's a hybrid cost almost now. Well, not quite, but it's not 2 blue, which is kind of nice. See, I think the change to this, although it has a mana reduction, is you don't get to retain the cards that you pick anymore. So I think that's the difference for Cold Logistics. because you used to get to keep the cards. If you upgrade this, it does just more base damage, it doesn't do a multiplicative thing. There's a separate card, I think, that lets you do that now, so I guess that's what you need for that. I'm going to go for the freeze beam just because I want the extra damage here. Like, on the 16 on cold does seem like I'd kind of want it, especially against you, because, yeah, kind of annoying to fight. Also, one thing to note, the Act 1 bosses, all the mini bosses all have new songs as well, which is pretty good. Okay, so we are going to go for as much damage as I can here, I think. Gonna go Cold Logistics for the Icelands. And then Ice Wing to put, so this is one to hand, one to bottom of deck. I think we're going to put the Ice Shot to hand here. Use the spell so that we can apply cold, and it's accurate, so that's the main bit there. And then we're going to Icelands to get the extra hit and break her Graze, and that will be good. We would get to see the bottom card of the deck and see it's a thing, and we get to do more damage and whatnot, or do it to another enemy, but we can't, unfortunately, freeze beam the same enemy twice, so now we just need to draw enough to deal 10 damage, which is exactly what we have. So we do the 5, break the Graze, do the 5, break the final Graze, and then do the remaining 10. We can still do quite a bit of damage here. Cirno's damage output as a whole has been upgraded, because a lot of her gimmicks have kind of been, like, shaved away. So, yeah, 16 life is a pretty good start there, too, for a thing. Tiny Glacier! That's a cute name. So 12 damage for 3 mana, applies cold on hit, and it adds an Ice Bullet. Ice Bullet is what the old Glacier used to be, but instead of doing cold directly, you have to actually hit the opponent to do cold, so if this gets grazed, it doesn't do anything. It does only cost 2 when you upgrade it, which is pretty good. This used to be called like Ice Rose or something, I think. But Blizzard is by far the better move here. Like, when we upgrade this, it only costs 3 as well. It doesn't get a damage buff anymore, but it is super strong. I do want to briefly point Beauties of Nature out, though, because this is a very much reworked card. You gain extra mana, green mana specifically, but you gain mana at the start of every turn now, kind of like Lily. But you also get Midsummer Flowers, so if you're playing Cirno green style, this one is perfect to give you extra mana, and the flowers synergize with the teammate stuff. If you upgrade this, it costs 1 of anything, which is insane. So, very strong card, just not for this Cirno. Inchlink's Bowl would be fine, but we need to take the thing. There is a Jade Box rule that you can always have the what's its face, the border sensor with you, so you don't have to take the glasses and do the little quest thing here, but I like doing the quest, so yeah. Random exhibit, the Mighty Shaku. It's fine. It's a pretty reasonable thing, but well, we get to keep it, so I suppose that's fine. I was looking to sell the peach, but since you're gonna ding it, that's totally fine by me, because we get to keep the life, but we don't have to worry about having a curse, which is good. Oh, this is where Blizzard would be really good, but we don't draw it. Maybe we'll get it off of this, though. No, we don't. Unfortunate. But Freeze Beam is really, really strong. So I think we can still make this work. Well, if we've got 4 of them, no, 3 of them are attacking, so we can easily do in plain sight here, and that'd be fine. So I think what I want to do is we want to hit this one, because it's the one that's going to do the status to us. We see the bottom card is blue, so we get to hit another one there, which is fine. And we just go in plain sight. I've drawn every single block card in my opening hand, by the way. So, like, we have 1 left in the deck. That's going to be troublesome for next turn. But we do also have Blizzard available. So, yeah, we draw... Oh, we don't even draw it, though, which is... Oh, this is really bad, actually. We are taking 7 this turn, like, guaranteed, because I don't have... I would need 26 damage here. Do I even have that much? I have 1, 2... I have 29, right? 20. Yeah, I do. Okay, so I can actually just mitigate the damage by full KOing this guy, but I can't do anything else with this turn, which is a bit unfortunate. But that's fine. The blue one's going to weaken, so my damage output's going to be even lower from here. Bit of a shame, but that's okay. The problem, though, is I do not have enough block, which is a pain. Not really sure how I would fix that here either, to be honest with you. I don't think there is a way. So I think we are just eating... We're eating a hit, or the alternative is I do have Blizzard here. Well, I mean, okay, so if I use Blizzard, then I can't use Free Shot, which means I will be eating 6 off of this. If I don't use Blizzard, I'm probably going to be eating more off of this next turn, and the fact that this is still alive would be really bad. So, because I can full block with this, which is good-ish, but it's a bit tough. But I think I'm gonna, it's a cowardice maybe, but I think it's gonna be the way. We are going to simply do that. There's nothing in the deck to use Cold Logistics Chain with, so it won't do anything here. I guess I could have used it as a blanker thing at that point, but whatever. So now we only have to dodge this guy. And we can, there's just not a lot else I can do alongside it, but that's fine. We'll proc the shield here, and this one's going to die to the cold. So we don't take damage there, which is good. And now 16, but we have this, so we'll simply, or we can just go, what, 26 and then cold kills him? That sounds like a good idea to me. Let's not drag this out any longer than we need to. Just take him out. Yeah, if you don't have good AoE, or if you don't draw it in the right order, I suppose in this case, it'd be kind of difficult to do that fight. I don't think any of these have changed, except the Extending Arm now has a hybrid cost. That's the thing that's changed here. It's an okay card. I'm not like super keen on it though. I think Refreshing Breeze is actually fine, because upgrading random cards is probably good for this deck. We are going to take the upgrade on Blizzard, however, because if I, whichever one of these enemies I fight in the Elite here, it is the free fairies. Like, Blizzard is incredibly good here. We didn't open with it, but maybe we'll get it off of this? We do. Okay, so I guess my question now is damage-wise, what am I taking? If I use the bomb here, then I can one-shot them, I think, because we do like 18 plus 18 from the cold plus 16. I think that just one-shots everyone. Alternatively, I could just do Blizzard and In Plain Sight and save the. I think that's probably better. We'll do Blizzard. And we'll In Plain Sight to full block here. We don't get to keep any of it, unfortunately, but that is fine. So we are gonna take the status stuff, but that's okay because we're gonna get to Blizzard again here. And Blizzard is accurate; it punches through some of the grays as well, which is pretty good. And then from here, we can probably just set up the block, right? Just trying to think if there's a better... Oh no, we're applying cold as well. Right, so do we have... We don't... We have an ice shot in deck. So cold logistics for ice shots can get us there. So we do that, grab this, and then it's... I guess you'd have to hope that you hit one of the fairies appropriately here. Because we can kill one of them, definitely, with Freeze Beam. It's just, is it going to hit them, or is it going to hit Star, is the problem. That's awkward. What I think might be safest here then is to do things this way. We hit here so that this will guarantee knocking out Luna, who's the one who's going to do 14 here, which is like too much to block. And yeah, it did hit the wrong one, so that's fine. Oh, does that Ice Beam apply cold on hit? I actually didn't read that. It does, so if it gets grazed, it doesn't do anything. Right, okay. And then the last one is going to be that, so that now we full block and also put cold on here as well, I guess. It's kind of neat. Took a bit to fully figure out, but there you go. Not really much in this hand that's like good per se, unfortunately. I guess we'll just exile that. And we don't want the extra sunlight going in the deck, so we'll let the cold take you out. And the kind of neat thing here is I'm going to have full power for Reimu, so that's going to be helpful. We have enough to lethal, so we will lethal. The mask is kind of good. We need to play a lot of attack cards for that to be good, but the firepower could be strong. This card is absurd from what I've been told. One of the new neutral cards for blue, and quite a few of the changes make blue like single cost stuff. I think this is a little better for Sakuya than it is for Cirno, but yeah, you gain some block, you draw a ton of cards, but any cards that have a higher than 1 cost don't stay in the hand. But that is still kind of absurd. And I'm tempted, because I haven't tried this card yet. I've not really had a deck that can play it. I wish you could search by cost up here. Maybe I should bring that up as a thing. But I have a lot of cards which are already too expensive for it. So I'm not really sure it's worth it, is the thing. But I guess it does like cycle through the deck quite well, and it would kind of encourage me to take that sort of card going forward, right? So maybe it could still be good. Ice Lance is generally just like pretty solid though. Or we could go for the big one and take the Forge Blade, but I'm not super keen on this card. I guess it's kind of nice for being able to convert a lot of extra cards that we can't play into stuff. You know what? I'm gonna take this. I've heard that it's really, really strong, and I'm curious to see it for myself. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Should we just upgrade it straight away then? I mean, 12 block for 2 is kind of reasonable. I think I'd like the idea of upgrading Refreshing Breeze first though. So we'll do that. Maybe with Frozen Specimen, the Tau Fade movement will be better as well. So we will see if that pans out. Okay, so with this all said and done, didn't I just what did I just upgrade then? That was, I thought I upgraded the Breeze, yeah. Let's just use it. So we discarded the 2 blocks, which I guess is fine. We don't really need those at the moment anyway. We are going to Ice Wing, because that... Oh, it didn't actually give us Blizzard. That's still fine. I think I want Freeze Beam on the bottom of the deck, actually. Because here, I'm going to Cold Logistics Chain for the Blizzard so that I can have it for summons next turn. We'll use that. Oh, I messed up the mana cost though, because I was going to use it on... I was going to use the Frozen Specimen as well here, but I messed up the cost of it, and so we didn't get to do that. Never mind, it's fine. So now... Well, now the problem is I have no block, right? So I'm eating a ton of damage this turn. This is probably the best turn to use the bomb though, because I'm not only knocking these guys out, but I'm applying extra cold damage to Reimu here. So I think we just have to hit her as pretty much as hard as we can with it there. We do get the firepower because of the mask though, so that's pretty good. But man, that's a lot of damage to eat up there. That's okay. Could be better, could be worse, I suppose. Let's go freeze beam. And we'll just focus on firepower here for now, because we'll get the mask to give us another point here. I was going to potentially upgrade the cards, but I think it's better just to go ahead and get more firepower at that stage. Once again, not really getting a lot as far as blocking goes here. So I guess we just do what we can. Frozen Specimen's not really going to do a lot right now in that hand. I want to kind of keep those cards, so... ouch. One turn of Weaken, not super critical here. This is a really good turn to showcase why In Plain Sight is pretty good. It's just annoying that I can't do that alongside Blizzard here, but it's the way that I get to full block, so that is what we shall do. And yeah, just do what little damage that we could there, which is fine. Because yeah, 2 grays plus the 14 block was enough to full defend there, which is pretty good. This seems like a relatively defensive turn, so I don't take too much damage off of Fantasy Seal here. We'll still have a couple of points of barrier after this, which is going to be good. She'll get Cold, which will remove the Amulet. And then from there, I think she always goes for, yeah, she always goes for the summon first here. So we should be okay with that. Shame I didn't draw, oh no, I have got the 1 cost as well. So Freeze Beam, plus the Ice Lance, plus that. Getting an extra power off of that too, which is pretty good. And then next turn I could potentially, and I might well just do it, we'll see. We got, okay, it's annoying that her attack is unthinkable there. I want to just bomb, but I don't know if I need to. Because I can just go Breeze? Yeah, I don't think I need to bomb this turn. Oh, does it have to be when an enemy is cold? Yeah, if an enemy is cold. That's fine. I am learning by reading everything as we go. Let's just specimen the 1. Get 1 Ice Wing into the deck and full block here. So she's gonna have a little bit of barrier on her now, but it's not very much. We can punch through that, I'm sure. Ice Wing. Grab a thing to the bottom of the deck. 8x4, we want to use the In Plain Sight here, so we'll just do that one, and then go for Blizzard. I think I need to Blizzard and Spell Card in the end, so in the end I had to do it anyway. But I'm just looking at how much damage is coming out here. The 2 grays is going to get eaten up by that, and then we have 40 damage coming out. I can survive it, but that seems like a bit of a... it's a bit much to ask, right? But they are just dying next turn anyway. I'll take it. If I have to bomb her the turn after, then so be it, but I'll take it. We've got 25. She's using a barrier anyway. We should be fine. Gets cold. I didn't draw enough attacks to like fully finish this, unfortunately, but that's okay. Only a couple of damage off. So even with, yeah, 28 barrier, we can still deal with that, right? Because we have, yeah, we have enough stuff. That might have been a little bit scarier if we didn't have the mask increasing our firepower there. Okay, plenty of good stuff to look at. We do get Reimu's Orb available, so we could have red mana. Red mana Cirno is kind of neat, so it could be reasonable. The Telescope is very solid, especially for the sort of deep draw type bit that we could be going into. Cassin's 100 Medicines is really strong too, though. I don't remember if this was changed from the last time I played on video, but it gives you 3 different effects for the first 3 turns of the fight. The first one you gain a rainbow, so you gain an extra mana at the start of the fight. The second turn you gain health back, and then the third turn you get temporary firepower for, which is pretty cool. And obviously it is a green mana, which works with what we have, although maybe not to the extent that one would like. The only reason that this could get awkward is because it adds Reimu's stuff to the pool as well, but Red Cirno's got a couple of really strong cards to look at, including an upgraded watermelon knife compared to what it used to be. I will take it, because I think it'll be fun. Lunatic Dream is an insane card to get as well. Ice Block is still pretty good. You do need to upgrade it for it to actually be worth playing, because it takes 3 mana otherwise, but Lunatic Dream is just so strong. I think with this we could possibly... The only problem with this is that it does take 2 mana as a base, which means I wouldn't really be able to use it with the Touhou movement. Whereas I guess Ice Block would be pretty strong for that. Yeah, I'm going to take Ice Block and we're going to upgrade that at the start of this one. Yuyuko, not a character I've played against in a while. That's an intriguing one, we shall say. Let's go for the event here. Okay, since the last time we did anything, these drones have gotten a change. They don't have Amulet anymore, but they're just natively immune to weak and vulnerable, so they are way stronger than they used to be, and I don't like that, but you know, it is how it be. We will take the Blizzard, thank you very much, because Blizzard is a really good card to start off with here. So we can do that, and then probably just hit you, and then use the Greys to avoid the stuff here. Because next turn, this is why Blizzard is like so insane, right? Now I get to do it again, and he's already dead, basically. Because, yeah, Freeze Beam is just there. Blizzard is a heck of a good card, for sure. And I mean, it kind of combines well with this, right? So I think Letty has also had a slight change. She no longer takes 3 Unity to use her ultimate, she takes 2. And I think the ultimate got buffed slightly too, because this does 12 damage now. 12 and 16. So, like, she definitely seems better than she used to be, which is good. Letty was a bit expensive for what she did, so kind of like that. This card's still kind of as bad as it was before. Fist of the Hakurai isn't going to do much for me here. I'll take the Letty, because it works. It still works with Blizzard, even if it's not direct synergy now. Junko. Not exactly who I wanted to see here, I will be honest. I guess we could just purify the red mana. We no longer get access to red cards with it. Honestly, that's probably fine. We haven't taken any yet, so sure, you can take it. I want the extra mana overall, so I think we'll just do it this way. Let's go for the... Do I have an exhibit to trade? Not really. I'm gonna do a bit of a weird one then. I'm gonna go for the event and the shop stuff here. This kind of helps out for that, because we're gonna grab ourselves a lot of mons. Yeah, we have a bit of a negative thing there now, but that's fine. We can get rid of that, and we have access to more in the shop. Ab-Zero is absolutely what we want to see here. I reckon that is a very powerful card to have around. This used to be a rare, I think. Now it's uncommon, and it still upgrades to only... It costs like 2 now instead of 1, so it is a bit more expensive one than it used to be, but yeah, the cold synergy is just ridiculous, so yeah, we want that. Diamond Breath has changed a fair bit. This used to be like it did damage to a random enemy that had cold, and it didn't do anything otherwise, but now it's like gain a ton of mana if you hit a cold enemy, which is pretty good. It's just like you can use it as a basic attack, which is solid. Obviously Absolute Zero is something we are taking. That might actually just get upgraded instead of Ice Block first here. because 3 blue is very difficult to play. But then again, so is 2 blue and a... I wish this retained is the other bit, because like I know it seems silly to say, but I think it would have been way nicer for me here if it retained. Ice Barrier still does what it used to, which is pretty good. Might end up using that here. Don't really know what else I want. I guess because we have colorless mana now, we do get access to this, but I'm not too interested, to be honest. It's nice being able to get the blue mana if I upgrade it, though. So I guess that's cool, but it's a bit expensive. The energy drink could be useful, so I guess I should probably grab that. Maybe I just take Ice Barrier? Or I could just leave it and get another thing later. This is also kind of good, though. Yeah, I'll take the Saber, and we'll move on at that. Is there any interest? The Shaku? Getting extra power is pretty good. No, I'll leave it. I'll have enough money for later on anyway. The Shaku giving extra power after every fight is quite strong. I would rather just have that here. Ever heard of the Brick Chain? Oh, True Full Moon. Everybody keeps telling me this card is ridiculous, and I just kind of don't see it. It never works in anything that I play it in. So, like, I don't know. I'm probably just bad for it. I get the idea, and I do like it. Being able to get, like, copies of cards is pretty neat. But it's just like, I just can't ever, like, build a deck that makes it work. So, I think I am just going to leave it. People would yell at me for that and be like, oh, you should have taken that, it's such a good card. But it's just, I just don't have it work for me, unfortunately. One-time Blizzard? No. Ice Block is a thing, but not really what I want here. Because we can already full defend what we need. Because they're doing 22. So we can full block them, that's not a problem. I guess I could just take Ice Lance for the accurate here. And so just so I can actually like hit one and get it ready for next turn is the thing. Because I'm not colding anything here. Yeah, we'll take a bit of a hit on one here. And then go that. Frozen Specimen, the 2 block cards, because I think I should be fine with that. I guess I should have Specimen this probably, but oh well, whatever. And we'll hit one of the other ones to prep it as well. If I have to bomb this next turn because of the lock-on, then like so be it. But it doesn't look like I need to this turn. Okay, Blizzard, please. That'll do. That gets to Blizzard. So that is what we shall do. We'll go that. It's a lot of damage that they've got going at the moment, but we can knock out a decent bit of it. So I guess that's fine. This retains, yeah, so we don't have to use that this turn. We'll take that one out, and then this goes again. Fortunately hitting the one that I kind of didn't need to hit, but that's okay. And then we can just full block the last one. This lock-on is stacking up pretty quickly, which is concerning, but we do have another Blizzard going up here. So thankfully the Mega Bat didn't decide to hit us very much here, so we are A-okay. Let's go there, grab ourselves out the Ice Shots to do a bit more damage. And that is pretty much all we need to do for this turn. So yeah, just knock him out with that. Okay, what have we got now? Sunlight Prayer. This is a really good card in general, but it's now been buffed so it doesn't even take mana, which is just ridiculous. Obviously very good with the tower movement, so we will take it anyway. But yeah, it doesn't take up mana anymore, so very easy pick there. It's getting hard to work out exactly what I want to upgrade out of all of this, to be honest. I think it's actually going to be Frozen Specimen here, because if I draw this, then I can exile the stuff out of the deck as well. Adds a bit more utility to it. We don't have special music for the bosses, the mid bosses beyond stage 1 yet. We are gonna get there though. Just hasn't yet been a thing. So wait warmly, I suppose, is the thing for that. I'm going to take Letty. I think here is the ideal target because we do that, and then Blizzard. Then, I mean, technically none of it matters, but we do definitely play the rainbow here because it's like we just get to keep this. It doesn't matter that it's not needed at the moment. I'm kind of tempted to use the news just to like get it down a bit. Yeah, we will. Because if I don't need to use my bomb in this fight, we'll see what comes up. This one's kind of rough. Like, if I can get away without using my bomb here, which I think with the block and stuff I haven't had, I think that's actually possible. Yeah, so that's good. It means that I don't actually have to play my bomb this turn. So do that, upgrades our stuff. So that's kind of good because now we get extra unity here, which is solid. I think I just want to go Frozen Specimen to get rid of the news, and probably just the boost shake is fine. Do I need Ab-Zero in this one though? No. I don't think I do in this fight, so we'll remove that for now. Grab ourselves the Ice Wings into there, and then Graze and block. Don't take any damage that turn, which is pretty good. This turn I'm not so sure about though. We will have to see if I can deal with this one. I mean, I have AoE here, so I think it's fine. We go Ice Wing. I could always take Ice Block if I'm worried about taking damage here. Which I kind of am. I can block this if I take Nitori out. But I think it might be best if I just Ice Block just to be safe here. Just trying to think through. So I use Ice Beam. She has 16, so she would be down to 38. Double damage. Oh, a bit more than that because she's got one lock on. So she'll take 17 down to 37, and then she takes twice the damage off of the ice. So that'd be 19 because of the lock on. So that puts her down to 18, and then I could use Letty to take her out entirely. Yeah, so I can get away with doing this actually. So yeah, blue cards at the bottom, so we get to hit both of them, which is pretty good. Ice Lance to hit there, and we use Letty to take Nitori out, which is good. And we will probably just use this. Yeah, because we get to keep a couple of bits out of it. Do we have another attack? We do not. No point in using that this turn then, because I'm not going to get anything useful out of it anyway, so we'll just full block and do that. Gets us an extra firepower as well, I suppose is pretty useful. So yeah, we're going to get purified this turn, but it really doesn't matter that much, I don't think. Yeah, we don't have a lot of blue at this point, but we do with the rainbow, so like it really isn't that big of a deal. They both do the same thing in this case, but this would technically get to go next turn as well. I don't think I need to play the rainbow here. Actually, I just kind of win anyway, don't I? Because Cold Logistics Chain to pick up Freeze Beam, and then Freeze Beam to get away. Neat! And we get all of our power back, so it was actually a good thing. Soul Gem is decent. If we go to a gap, then we get a bunch of mana for the first turn. Wrath of Nature is fun, but not really good for us here. This one's been nerfed a little bit. It doesn't have Accurate anymore, and it does a little bit less damage overall. It's like 14, I think, normally. Yeah, 14 to 18. And I don't think it Maybe it used to add upgraded thingies as well, but it doesn't anymore, so oh well, I suppose. I think Gensokyo's Blossoming got a damage buff, but it's still pretty bad, so... Although 9 damage is, like, respectable-ish, I suppose. 9 mana per 1 damage is, like, good enough. It's not really something I want, though. I'm going to skip this. I think the Glacier is fine, but I don't think I need more attacks like that right now. And it's a bit too expensive, so I don't really want it. Hinadol is really good to stop misfortunes from coming in, but the Watch, upgrading any skill card that we pick up here, yes sir. That is absolutely something I want. Alright, let's see what more we get to do. Kind of an awkward one. Let's see if we can grab... Cold Logistics to grab Blizzard is pretty good. But I don't have any blocks, so it means I have to take this guy out here. I don't really want to bomb him, is the problem. But I feel like that might have to be the solution if I go Cold Logistics here. To be fair, that takes out, like, everyone. But that might not be a good thing, actually, because the optical camo would stop her from being a... Yeah, I'm gonna take this instead, then. The problem is, if I KO both of these like I want to... Oh, why did I forget that it did cold as well? That's funny. Yeah. The thing is, what I'm trying to get round to here, if I knock out both of these two in this turn, she does like 30 damage as a rage hit, and there's no way with optical camo that I could take her out as well. So what it boils down to is I think the best overall solution is just to try and like swing through a little bit with a bit of a slower method here. Okay, and I mean Blizzard is still good now, so that kind of pays for itself as well. So we will do that. And the bottom card is blue, because it's called Logistics Chain, so that's obviously very strong. We do this one to take him out, and then it's obviously blue. It takes the wrong one out. So now this is what I mean. Now she's going to do like 31 damage, and I cannot full defend that. That was not part of the plan here, Cirno. But okay, sure. Ow. I mean, it's okay because we do have Reimu's thing, so we do get to heal a little bit here, so like it's not the end of the world, but it's just like, man, did not need to take that damage. Lakeside Dance is a very strong card, but I don't really have the synergy for it in this thing. It really wants to give me Sea of Tranquility, doesn't it? I am very tempted to take another Letty, to be honest, because I think that might actually be better for us here. I want to try and keep as many... It's interesting, right? Because I want to keep as many blue cards as I can for the synergy stuff, but the more blue cards I have, the less powerful the Ice Wing gets. So like Ice Wing ends up being a bit lamer. It's hard to tell what's good here. If I upgrade this, it costs nothing, which is like really strong. I just don't have that much exile stuff right now. I mean, or do I? I mean, what do we have? Like this exiles, the stuff that it generates exiles. Maybe I have a bit more than I thought. Yeah, you know what? Actually, we'll take Lakeside. If I upgrade Lakeside Dance, then it costs 0, which means the Tower movement can get it as well. I don't think... Oh, but this could be a good thing with Frozen Specimen. Yeah, I might actually take this because Frozen Specimen... This is where if I took the Hinadol, right, then it would have been very strong here. Because I would have gotten this and not had the Misfortune. It's so tempting to take it because of the fact that I have, like, health absorbing with this. And also the... it reduces the cost down, right? Because I've got the extra colorless here. And I can use Frozen Specimen to exile the Reversed Hunger so that I don't have to suffer it. If I remember rightly, unplayable cards also get discarded with the Touhou movement if they get drawn. We'll find out. I'm gonna take it. Again, most people are going to gonna balk at me for this, but I think it actually kind of works here. So let's take it and upgrade this one so that it costs nothing, so that if I do draw it off the dance, I can just generate, just like immediately play it. Okay, so what do we do with you is the question. So cold logistics for... I'm trying to think. Cold logistics getting in plain sight would be kind of fine, but also just a bit weak, I think. What if I just go cold logistics for Lakeside then? Nah, that seems too weak as well. Ab-Zero would be pretty strong, right? Maybe I should have, if I cancel this, maybe I should go for Ice Wing first, see if I can draw Blizzard, and then go from there. Letty's pretty good too. Okay. Right. I have 5 blue. I can cold logistics for Ab-Zero, and then I don't have enough blue. Crap. I was gonna go for it's because I haven't upgraded this yet. This is where upgrading it would have actually been really strong. What do we want to do then? Probably is just Lakeside then. Because we can full block by doing these two. And then it's like, get a thing. Oh, Blizzard would be pretty strong too. Yeah, no, we'll grab Blizzard. Because we have enough stuff to do that. So summon you, go Blizzard. Bottom card is blue, we know that because it's Ice Lance, so there is that. And then we full block and do the little bit of draw. So this turn she's gonna hit us with that to get free lock on as well. But she's already cold, so this is gonna do quite a bit here. Which is quite nice. In plain sight is pretty good against Yomu specifically because of the whole Graze doesn't give her lock on thing, which is quite nice. So I think I'm still going to use this anyway because I want the upgrades. So I think we're going to do that into just use that here. And then that is going to have to do for the turn. Unless I want to use like the bomb and stuff. We're up against you. I'm going to save the bomb because Yuko summons immediately. So I think saving the bomb is better. Okay. Well, now we have Lakeside, so cool, I suppose. Let's go Specimen, gets rid of that and that. We draw 2 cards off of that too, which is quite nice. We can go Ice Wing, grab Ab-Zero. I guess I'm not defending this turn if I'm doing that stuff though. How much do I mind that? I'm taking 7 here. Well, taking 2 if I use the boundaries, so I guess it's not that bad. Yeah, that's probably fine. We'll do that. Because then this is going to do 27 at the end of the turn for that, so that's pretty good. And we'll just gain our 1 life back here. This unfortunately isn't going to apply the cold, so it's a bit of a shame, but if I had the gun near it would though. So yeah, taking 2, not really that big of a deal to be honest with you. That, on the other hand, is a much bigger deal. I think I might be ice blocking this time. Because that is a very large amount of damage that's going to come out here. Ow. Yeah, let's use the wing. Blizzard is the obvious pick. Use the Blizzard. And the Lance. And we get as much heal back as we can here. and then Ice Block. So we take no damage now whatsoever, and she dies to the cold, so the blizzard did. Okay. Respectable. Crow's Tengu Wing is pretty reasonable. We could use that to cheese some stuff in Act 3. Well, there's Spring Color Path. It does cost a mana, unfortunately. It used to be free. This is one of the few ones that's like actually kind of gone up a bit. But I think it could still be good. It does only cost 1, so I get to use it with the movement. We really haven't had a lot from the movement, to be fair. But like, I'm gonna try it. It is a draw card. I know it overdrafts next turn, but we have a little bit of extra mana around, so I think it's probably fine. Let's actually upgrade this now, because that could have been very bad in that previous fight. And from here, take on Yuko, who straight away is like, I'm gonna hit you for 27, because why not, right? Alright, let's do Ice Wing. Absolute Zero is a really good start here, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. We get to apply the cold, so this gets to upgrade stuff in the hand, which is really strong. And sure, I might as well, right? I've got plenty of stuff for it here, so let's go ahead and try and draw a bunch of stuff. What do we discard? Discarded Blizzard is a bit unfortunate, and the Devil's Rain. That's fine. That could have been a lot worse. Funny that this doesn't get discarded because it does actually cost 1, so that's amusing. I don't really need the mana, but I do want to draw the cards. So I think I use this anyway, which seems a bit greedy, but yeah. I'll just bomb here as well to knock these guys out. The quicker I KO these, the more firepower that I get, so like it just makes sense to KO them immediately. And yeah, the lock-on stuff is kind of nice too. So we do that. And then, well, the rest of it doesn't really matter, does it? So we do not have enough stuff to worry. I guess I could just use this to get it down 1 again. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need the bomb this round. Look how much block I actually got that turn too. That was kind of ridiculous. Alright. So we don't have a ton of mana this turn, but that is fine. We have about as much as I would want. I guess I would... I know what I want to do. I want to play Letty and just go for that. But I think it's probably more sensible if I just do this and then hit with the Freeze Beam. Because we're gonna be taking that life lossing now as well. And this is where it gets tricky taking Remelia, right? Because the life loss will prevent me from healing now, which means reversed hunger would actually be really, really bad. But thankfully, we kind of drew into pretty good stuff there, so we're just gonna exile these two and get another card with that. So we have our Ice Wings, which is good. There's nothing in the deck though. I don't know what this does if there's nothing in the deck. I guess we would draw 1 with Lakeside anyway. I'll find out. Oh, you don't get to draw anything, right? Yeah, well, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen, but it's okay. Blizzard is exactly what I wanted to see there, so we will definitely take that. Because we want to do that. Apply the cold. Get the extra damage there. Logistics for a Letty, I think, is probably the best bet here. Just to start getting it in play. And then, yeah, do that. And attack. Gets the firepower up as well, because it was 1 extra hit. Yeah, that seems pretty strong. And now we have the Blizzard here. We can use Letty's ultimate to just wipe these out as well, which seems pretty good. So let's just do that. because we get more firepower, more regular power too, so we actually are back up with the spell card if we somehow need it. Ageless Dream is pretty good. I think it does apply both like weak and vulnerable, so it is quite a strong attack to have here. And well, I kind of wish I had more block available, but not block, more damage available, because I don't really have a lot right now. But yeah, I really don't. So let's just do what I can, I suppose, and see if we can draw any. Not really. They all got discarded. Yay. I really don't think I can afford to overdraft another two. Again, if this retained, then I probably would, but I don't think I can afford to here. It's weak and it's not vulnerable, it's weak and frail, okay. I mean, that's still pretty good considering what she's doing here, right? But, whatever. Is it a blue one on the bottom? It is! It's Ice Lance. Okay. That wasn't guaranteed, so it's kind of nice. I mean, I'm taking a little bit of damage here, but I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. Just going to do that, and I actually want to use the two singletons, partly because they're going to do more damage, but also because I gain a firepower off of it as well. And yeah, we're really not taking that much at the moment, so I think I'm okay. This does increase, she does increase the damage that she deals with the dance, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, Xena cards is a very interesting pick here, because it does give us access to different cards as well. Lose a life, draw 5 after using the spell is pretty strong. Gaining mana for each upgraded card is kind of good. I don't think I want to take the Lunar Soil, because the double colors isn't like that kind of thing for me here. I guess it would mean I'd probably get Filth as well, would be a thing, but I don't think that's a good enough card for what I have here. If I get the Xena cards, then I could potentially get Fairy Mischief, which is quite a good card. It also means I could get Century's Doppelgangers is kind of good. Blue, green, white is the Day the Sea Split though, which is also busted as all hell. I think that got changed up a bit too. Like, it's definitely feels better than what it used to. Kind of tough call, because I kind of like a lot of the stuff with it here. I'm trying to think what Cirno cards I would want in. Because if whichever one of these I take, if I take the white one, then I get access to regular Reimu cards that way again. Whereas if I take the black one, then at least I have, like, Reimu's off-color cards could be a bit better. But I don't think black Reimu cards were that good, if I remember rightly. Like, Furious Purification Mod is probably the best one. I'll take the Xena cards. I think that'll be alright. Oh, I forgot about Gap Lady. That card is ridiculous. Embrace the Darkness is also just absurd, though. All three of these are really good. Frozen Matrix is still insane. Every time you apply cold, gaining Frost Armor is just really, really good. So, like, that's obviously strong. Gap Lady works with the movement, which would be good. Embrace the Darkness also works with the movement, though that's kind of funny. It would synergize some with Lakeside Dance as well, I suppose. I think I'm going to take Gap Lady just because of the Lakeside thing, though. Alright, Remelia, the can't play a lot of cards one is a bit annoying actually to get here, but that's fine. We have the Tengu Wing, we can kind of go wherever we want. New enemy from the last time I played this. We have Tanukis that can turn into Kaneko and Sawako at this point. Also Divine Spirits too. These will give you a little bit of a buff when you KO them. 14 money and 2 max life is kind of nice, but you do have to kill them obviously, so there is that. They are a bit stronger than a standard enemy because of all the barrier and stuff. They have Amulet too, which is a bit of a thing, so yeah, can be somewhat annoying, but they're mostly fine. Let's get rid of the 2 suspects here. I might actually just bomb this one, depends how this goes. Refreshing Breeze is kind of nice though. Let's take that because we can survive the turn with that. Yeah, let's do this. So we'll full block and gain ourselves that. Probably should have done it the other way around, but I wanted the extra card here. So yeah, we'll do that. Right, so here is what the here's what the Soraka thing does. She has a Jinx. Ribbit, indeed. At the start of each of her turn, start of each of your turns, she will make one of your cards unplayable. So yeah, it can be pretty annoying to be honest with you, but it's okay. We'll make it work. I think I actually just fire Letty here and just get the just knock all of these out this turn. So that we take less overall here. And then we have enough mana to do both of these. So we will. We'll get to do extra cold damage here, which is pretty good. I think she like weakens is the next bit. Cold Logistics Chain going. That's actually really annoying because this hand is unplayable. Barf. Whatever. It's fine. It happens. Yeah, she weakens and vulnerables. That's the one I was thinking of then. And then her next thing is she's going to jinx like a lot of cards out of the deck as well. Gap Lady going doesn't really matter that much here, I don't think. So, let's just go through the stuff that we have. Lakeside, I think, is what we want there. Go for you. And take her out with that. Okay, cool. Lots of good stuff there. Careful Deliberation has changed here. This is a stupidly good... Actually, all three of these are kind of good for different reasons. Wheel of Misfortune I'm not taking, though. Careful Deliberation has changed to be a hybrid card now. As you see, the base cost is blue-green, but instead of gaining extra stats here, this now only costs 1 mana total. And you can either have a 1 mana draw free, which is fairly standard, but still pretty strong, or 1 mana gain 13 block, which is very efficient. On Thin Ice is obviously very good for the bottom deck stuff, because if you bottom deck a blue card, then you can use it with the rest of the stuff we have here. So like that's kind of good. But I'm kind of leaning towards Deliberation, because this could be a draw card if I need it to be. And that's pretty strong in its own right, so that's what we'll do. Well, I guess we're using Frozen Specimen to exile the 2 Misfortunes at this point. That's fine, like, that's a pretty reasonable use for it, if I'm being real. So, like, I'm not even too upset with that. Oh, you! Ah, this fight is always a pain, let me tell you. Alright, let's see what we can get from the Ice Wing. Refreshing Breeze is... Well, we've already got In Plain Sight, so we don't need that. Gonna be Sunlight Prayer, then. Let's see... I want to use a green mana here. We do the draw. Okay, well at least I'm not taking damage off of Reversed Hunger this turn. But I'm also not doing any damage this turn, which is definitely not what I want to see. Yeah, because we can't do any damage here. We have not drawn any of the love letters. So yeah, on Lunatic there's 5 love letters. And they all, you know, you need to play all of them to get the stuff down. Lakeside Dance is pretty good here, though, because we can draw more stuff with that. Get the love letters out now, so we start getting to do that, which is good. She is still kind of big here, though. So I think I might have to just eat the life loss this turn, because I feel like I need to properly... I mean, I guess I could use Frozen Specimen and just like hope to draw into the thing. The alternative is like Gap Lady could be a thing here. Draw 5 could be quite strong. Yeah, let's try that then. I got Frozen Specimen anyway, that's really good. Because now we can exile that, and we can exile the Psychedelic. do get another letter, which is fine. At this point, I'm going to overdraw with the Gap Lady, but that's okay. Ice Wings to get more mana is a good thing. Grab that one. Do I need this much this turn? Yeah, because I haven't got any block plan yet, so... What is the block plan? You use this, and use this, and that blocks almost everything, and then the barrier takes the rest of it. That seems kind of good, actually. We'll save that. So we got to try and draw the remaining, these. We needed to draw those pretty quickly, so good job that goes in, because now we can fully damage. We have 4 turns before she uses her spell card and puts a curse in your deck, so that's fine. We can deal with that. She is cold, so this does full block, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think what I'm going to go for then is do that into the first use of my Boost Shake, so that I can ab 0. Gets 27 down. And I think I can afford to use this here, actually. Yeah, that seemed pretty good. Finally get some lock-on down as well, which is good. So yeah, that seemed like a pretty solid turn. It's 100 damage there too. Full block, and we have a lot of barrier because of the Ice Cube, which is obviously very helpful. Because it means I can kind of just not have to block as much here. Yeah, it's a white card on one, so we don't get to use the effect again. I think it's the first time we've seen that, actually. So that's cool. Do that, do that. So we don't get the Blizzard effect again next turn, but I think it's okay. She's consistently rolling quite high in terms of damage here, and we draw only defensive cards, because there's only defensive cards left in the deck. Alright, well, that's unfortunate, because that's a turn that we don't get to do anything, which is not great. Okay. This turn is going to be very explosive though, so I think we are fine. That's 27 and then this gets the final turn. Yeah, so we're good, we're good. Just a shame we didn't have any method of attacking before. Oh, so okay, Cool Rose is an interesting card to add into Cirno's pool. This is clearly supposed to work with the Tau movement, because it costs nothing to use, right? It's just a little bit of block and a little bit of damage dealt. It's an attack card, not a defense card, so it kind of works with the masks and stuff like that. If we're fighting Remelia, that's probably a really bad idea, though. Fairy Intellect is kind of interesting. Like, it doesn't cost 3 mana, obviously. Oh, Arcane Intellect costs 2 now, right? So I guess it's cost 2 for ages, probably. I think this is still good, though, but Remelia is worrying me a little bit. Unexplained Fever is not very strong because we do have Cleanse in the final boss fights. Yeah, I'm maybe a little bit worried about Remy just being like a bit of a butt to Fairy Intellect, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Just thinking through stuff a bit, it's like, it's probably going to be worth it. Let's finally upgrade Cold Logistics Chain so I can get 2 cards off of it. Seems like a good time to do so. Ice Block is not something I want to trade, but if there's something good enough... Okay, so... Evercool doesn't really do anything for us because we don't have the teammates to work with it. Lost in Paradise is another card that's like insanely good that I just can't use. I'm just not very good at using this sort of one. The cost is really expensive for me that way though. Shapeshift Academy is very interesting. If you upgrade this, you get 2 of the 2 transformations. You do get a lot of good stuff out of this. Like 4 grays is kind of insane. You don't get to choose one from all 4 of them though. So there is one that you're just not going to get to see. So you might just not get the one that you want. This card is good, but I don't think I want to pay 5 mana for it. I really want... I think... Did Lost in Paradise get upgraded? I thought it was an uncommon before. I really want to take it, but it also just feels like it's going to be kind of bad. You know what? I'll try it. This is an experimental one. I'm going to try the Lost in Paradise here and see if it's any good for me. Okay, I want an event. I'm going to need to use the Tengu Wing here. I want the event... Ooh, this is a weird one. So, one fun fact about this one. If I don't take this one and it comes up again as another option when I go through extra bits here, then it will still be the same two cards that we have here. Honestly, the ballistic shield is really good going into Remy, and like the exile stuff is good for me. 18 life is a lot to lose, but we do have the ability to recover life. Sure. Strange tools fallout. Take the hundo and run after that. There's gonna be another 18, so we're losing 36 life to the stuff here. It's a lot. I think I can survive it though. Gain a random exhibit. I'm not taking... Secret Cloak is good, but I'm not taking it for that much. Because we are getting a little bit too dicey on that for me here. Oh god, this is not a fight I wanted to see. Oh no. I don't know. I have seen this. It's just like it's been a while. Yikes! Okay, let's go ahead and Ice Wing. Blizzard is so good here, actually. Because we go there. We need to take you out as fast as possible. That is the #1 goal here. So we're going to go Fairy Intellect to draw a bit more. Cold Logistics is really good here, actually. Because now we get access to 2 more cards out of the deck. Which does seem like quite a strong thing. How much? I have that as well. You know what? I think that actually lethals here, right? So we go with these 2. We can Ab-Zero, which will put 27 damage on all of them here. And then, oh no, I needed to Lost in Paradise the Ab-Zero. That was the whole point. Oops. That was dumb. I had the idea and I just didn't execute on it. That was very silly. Ugh. That is like the worst ones I could have drawn into too. Wow, I suck. I had the entire thing like planned out too, and I just did not execute on it. Can I still lethal here? Because I have an extra attack here as well. If we go... I have the rainbows from Spring Color Path, so if we go this to get more Icelands, then then upgrade them all. Do I need to upgrade? I think I do. Upgrade them all. So this does 13. So then we hit... I'm going to be fine. Yeah, we hit this. So we do that to hit you down. Then you take the 12, and you take my last one. Spooky and misplayed because I had the idea, but I just didn't execute my. I wanted to do multiple absolute zero there. I could have had an extra Ab-Zero trigger, which would have KO'd the 2 dolls, and also had the 36, I think it would have been on the thing. So maybe it wouldn't have been lethal anyway, and that was the better play. But yeah, a bit of a silly one. Shade is kind of interesting because it's a lot of block. Yeah, the 2 shadows are kind of annoying, but it is a lot of block considering we have But it's funny because I've got the town movement and it just hasn't been able to come up because I only have one of it. I think you really need like multiples of that card for it to properly come up. I'm going to take another ice block because the get out of jail free turn is definitely something that's worth looking into. And here we want to go to Kane, so we'll use our Crow Wing to do that. Yeah, chain another Ab-Zero. Plushie! Plushies are really cool. Doesn't really do much for us here though. Last Stand formation I think might be new compared to the last time I played this. Gain firepower as an ability, put attack cards from the draw pile into the hand that cost nothing, but you do lose life at the start of each of your turns. So that's kind of the trade-off. But you get a lot of attacks that don't cost anything, so that's kind of good. I see a Blizzard up there too, so... whenever the deck is, when a draw pile is shuffled again, that would probably not happening. There's a lot of stuff here that's good. Let's grab the Blizzard. Cool Entrance is something I could consider. Call on Friends, as nice as the cost is, I don't think is going to be too useful at this stage. Just because this deck isn't really a teammate-focused deck. It'd be cool to have with this, right? But I just don't think that's going to come up often enough. I do want to take this, and I think I want to take this as well. Our deck is getting very large, I realize that, but the weaken and the extra block emergency stuff is like super good. Ab-Zero I do want to take, and I think that's going to be the upgrade here as well. It's either that or Blizzard, but I'm going to do this one first and upgrade Blizzard in the next one. And then, I don't know. Don't really need a ton else. I guess Cool Entrance could still be good, because it does still inflict cold, regardless, so that's kind of neat. It's a bit of a weird one. I just don't think this is particularly useful here. But then again, it is always a strong card. You know what? Fine, I'll take it. Is it the best play? Probably not. But is it the play I'm gonna make? Yeah. Oh, lordy lord. Shiki... Like, Cirno has been nerfed as far as the boss goes, but this is still not great. At the end of her turn, she gains 6 life. This actually ruined me when I tried to fight it with Reimu before, but then I didn't have a particularly good deck, I suppose, so that definitely doesn't help. Okay, a lot of stuff to look at here. This is the more expensive Blizzard, which is unfortunate, but I might still play it anyway, if I can afford to. We'll see. Oh, that's very strong. Yeah, that is very powerful as an opener here. We're gonna Ab-Zero to cold them. We're gonna Ab-Zero a second time to super cold them. I'm gonna take like 18 here. Not quite 18, but pretty close to it. If I do what I want to do here. I want a Freeze Beam, because I can stack the cold again, and that's like the major damage point here. But then my defense is basically in plain sight. If I use my bomb, though, that might be worth it. Yeah, okay, Freeze Beam, do a ton of damage out, and we're going to use the bomb, because then I lose 1 life, I draw 5 because of the Xena cards. I'm not forgetting them this time, which is really good. I was hoping to find... I was actually really hoping to find the, one of the mana cheat cards, but, you know, Gap Lady, Sunlight Prayer, we've got a few. I was hoping to find one of those, and didn't get it. So I'm gonna eat a lot of damage here. Lot of damage, but oh well, there's just not a lot I can do about that, so we're gonna have to survive based on nothing but hope. So we take 11 off of that, which is, yeah, ouch. Not much else to say, just ouch. Let's get rid of our misfortunes with the Specimen. I think Frozen Specimen's been fine in the long run here, it's been pretty reasonable. Like, I've not disliked having the card around, so tentative thumbs up right now for it. I think it's been reasonable. Let's go Cold Logistics. Trying to think what I actually want off of it, though. Letty Ice Block seems kind of good. Because I might want to have that by the end. This is where it gets tough, though. I don't know. Lost in Paradise could also be a thing here, but I only have 2 blue left, so I don't know what I'd be getting with it. I guess we could grab... So Blizzard's on the bottom of the deck right now. So I don't know what else is. This feels like it should just be something like... Refreshing Breeze could also be kind of good, but they don't have cold on them, so... Could just use this, I suppose, to get some more mana. So this could be... Lost in Paradise and Blizzard here. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we do that, because I'm going to... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if this is gonna work, because I don't know if I'm gonna... Like, I think this should be okay, but I might be unable to do what I want here. But we're gonna try anyway. So we're gonna copy Blizzard. Okay, it's fine, because the Exile is what I could overdraw. Okay, right. I was worried that I wasn't going to get the extra copy because I didn't know if it was going to count as a played card in the hand there. So now we're going to Blizzard. The bottom card is not blue, but that's not really too bad here, because I think they just die to the extra Blizzard here. Because I'm going to Gap Lady, right? Do I still have Spring Colored Path in the deck? I do. I can still play this even if I thing it. So I think the optimal play is to try and draw... Yeah, it was to try and draw a better mana cheat, but that's okay. So we'll take our free life loss. This is 1, right? So I could actually gain 1 life back as well. And then still play the Blizzard. The Blizzard does just wipe them out, which is pretty strong here, obviously. That's the power of Lost Paradise, I suppose, being able to copy this stuff. Whenever an enemy is defeated, gain 2 red mana. Seems fun. Another In Plain Sight. Ageless Dream is so powerful. Like, it is an 8, which is potentially a problem here, but it's so good. All 3 of these are kind of decent, but Ageless Dream is way too strong for fighting Remy, so I am definitely taking that. Sewing Machine is when a defense card's added, you upgrade it. Magic Guidebook is just give you a random rare, random neutral rare specifically. I don't see myself adding any cards here with it, but I also don't think I want a neutral rare to add, so I'm gonna just do that. And then we're gonna go for the event. It's pretty good. I think I just want the life heal here. I don't need new cards per se. We could get like Absolute Zero or something, but I think I just want the life heal because I had to pay so much before, right? So we'll take that here. Normally you would take the 1 in 20 and just go for, like, it's a free card, right? So in 20 cards you're bound to find something that you would want, but yeah. The other thing, I kind of want to just use the wing here. Oh, this could be good. We have to give up a card, but I still have the... Do I still have the... Did I actually manage to use it? I actually managed to use the thing. So I do not have the negative news to give, which is funny. So that means I actually have to give a real card, but that's okay, because we've got a few that are not particularly good, right? And I think, obviously, one of the basics is the main thing you would want to give. And that's gonna hold true here, I'm pretty sure. If you can give an uncommon card, then you can get a bit more life heal and stuff, but I'm just gonna give the basic here. And then I want to take an upgrade. So that's our last bit of the crow wing used, right at the end, which is relevant enough, because we just don't need it for anything else, so that's fine. Yeah, I didn't do a lot of fights here because I wanted just to take the events, but that's okay. Clown Piece, I think, was changed by the last time I showed the stuff off here. She has less overall health, but she starts with 100 barrier. She has animations now too, which is pretty cool, so yeah, there is that too. Yeah, we're definitely weak vulnerabling that. See what the Ice Wing gives. Careful Deliberation is pretty good here. We'll draw 3. Okay, this is quite strong. We have a lot of access. I could Lost in Paradise the Absolute Zero. That sounds really funny. Because we have Forward, and then I use Gap Lady, we'll have enough mana. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, this is gonna be very silly. We get extra copies of this, so we do that. And then we do that again. And we're gonna play Gap Lady to gain the mana. And we're gonna do it again. So now we are multiplying our, we're stacking the increase. It's not fully multiplicative. It increases your damage by 9 for each one that you use. So every cold hit that we have now increases our damage by up to 45, as you saw there. So that's obviously very strong. And Blizzard is a pretty good follow-up here, because we know that the bottom card is blue. So that's obviously nice. And we get to do that again next turn on all the enemies. It's going to be very good. And Call on Friends is probably just the best of a bet to go. Star is kind of good, but I think Letty is better here. The rest of it, don't really need to play any of the other stuff, so we won't. Because Letty now I can kill all of these fairies basically in one go, just about. No, the barrier is going to stop me from knocking out the other ones, but that is completely fine. So, we're going to start with this. Just a ridiculous amount of damage dealt here. I do need to heal as much as I can with the stuff here, so we're going to do that first. I have so much extra mana that I can just play this to begin with. Just in case I did. Oh yeah, okay, right. A couple of good things to show there. I mean, it's a bit of a shame I had to discard all of these, but a good thing to show is that this being... I think it's because it's got a cost behind the scenes because of one of Kozuzu's books, but I think it's got a cost of 2, so it went away, which is totally fine by me. Draw some extra stuff anyway. A bit of an annoyance doing that, but you know what? We have our other Absolute Zero. So we do it again, and now everybody dies to that one. 54 damage off of that. That's pretty fun. Absolute Zero is ridiculous at this stage, but it does cost more than it used to at the very least, so there is that, I suppose. Gain 2 mana when you first take damage in a fight is quite a good exhibit. Frost Armor is really nice, but more mana is very strong, so I will take my additional mana. I have almost full life actually. I think I will be fine. Let's go for upgrading this to get the extra thing off of it. Alright, Remy. Can only play 5 cards a turn. Hopefully that's going to be good enough. But, okay, so I think the first one always has to be this here. As much as I would love to focus on the other stuff. We're going to take quite a lot of damage on this first turn, but I mean, I could use that to block it, though. Okay, yeah, so we go 1, 2, Absolute Zero is free, Lakeside for 4? Do I need the draw here? Probably not. Call on Friends is probably the best one. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, Call on Friends is probably the best one to play here. Yeah, we'll take you. And then we'll just upgrade everything. We get 2 mana off of Ice Wing from that, so that'll be quite nice. She applies the Frail. That's kinda bad. But we might still get away with it. Okay, I really want to Ice Wing and try and get, what's his face, Dormy's card here to just, like, stack the Absolute Zero, because that'd be very funny. It's probably not correct, though, but it would be very funny. We can only just block enough here with what we have. Obviously this attack is ungrazable, so the in plain sight doesn't do that much for us here, but if I just play this, then I'm not gonna get to stack it again. 36 is still good enough though, I think. I'm just gonna do that. Go 1. Feel like I'm going to use this to draw, actually. It's 2. This is probably a better block to use. But then I can't play Letty. Go 3? Oh, now you give me it. That's kind of annoying. Whatever, that stays at the bottom. That for 4. And then Letty for 5. Seems good. So we don't take any damage there, which is always strong. She still has a point of graze, which would have been annoying if I didn't draw exactly this. This turn looks like it's going to be a Lost in Paradise turn. So we're gonna do that. Yeah. We're gonna go Lost in Paradise on the Blizzard. I'm going to Clown Piece here as well for the mana. One thing that Clown Piece has had upgraded, I actually don't know if it's based on... Is it based on the thing being... Yeah, when she's upgraded, she doesn't add the Lunacy if you draw cards anymore, which is pretty fun. But yeah, I'm gonna need to do this one, because I need more blue mana here. So we're just gonna Blizzard the ever-loving Dookies out of it here. I'm trying to think if there's 2 cards left to play. So we just want to do all of this because I want to maximize my use of the Ice Cube. And then here. So this might... yeah, I think this actually might get her to Scarlet Devil instead. Yeah, she's down below half health, so she actually moves straight to Scarlet Devil there instead of giving her a regular firepower bits. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, the Blizzards... Maybe it wasn't the best because the Blizzards didn't get to do anything there. It does get rid of her Graze, I suppose. That's kind of cool, but also not really. Alright. So, 15 by 2. I don't really have a good way of dealing with that apart from just using Ice Block. So, I think Ice Block is just what it's gonna be. Yeah. Not really much to do beyond that, so we'll just block this turn. No damage dealt, which is the important bit. 12 by 4 is a lot to take. I think this, I have to Frozen Specimen here, surely, to get rid of these. Kind of wondering if this is a Xena card turn then. Because this is a lot of damage, and she's at the point now where she does heal if she deals damage to me because of the vampiric thing. So, like, I really want in plain sight, but it's not in the deck, so there's not really any blocks in the deck that I could use, is there? Oof, except for the ballistic shield. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough. Because this is just so much damage to... I should have used Blizzard first. This is so much damage to take. Let's draw. See what I can get off of that. How did I manage to not draw the... That's insane that I managed to not draw the shield. Ugh. Well, I suppose we just block with what... I can't even use that one. Yeah, we block with what little that we can then, huh? Yeah, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. And she heals 29. Ow. It's pretty brutal. 43 coming off of the spear here. We're finally away from Frail, but we're now weakened instead, so I don't know if that's really any better. I think Ice Wing is going to have to get played here then. That's not great. Okay. Well, we're taking another 18 here then. Yeah, not much else to really do. We're just gonna take a bunch. I suppose we can get some hits here with the Ice Cube, right? We'll get an extra 5. So like maybe it's not that bad, but it's still pretty bad. Yeah, so we're taking 13. Ugh. Still more than I want to be taking here. So we could do 14, or we could just do 9 and heal another 2. We'll do the heal. It might have been correct at some point there to have used the bomb again, but I really want to save the other block for Sager. And we do have a reprieve turn coming up now, so I think we can win this turn maybe. If we get a decent card off of this, maybe, perhaps? Yeah, like, if we get Blizzard off of this, I think we just win here. Yeah, because the Cold is going to take her out. Or I can just take her out with this, so we'll do that. Take you out with your own power. Okay, spooky, but managed to survive. That's the main thing. Oh, Ice Scale is pretty good. After an ability's played, 2 random cards cost 1 mana less. Kinda nice with the way that we have stuff here. The Stone is good because it gives you extra firepower, but do I need the red mana back though, is the thing. Because it's just gonna dilute the pool. I mean, I guess I don't need that much for the blue here, so like maybe it's fine. The toolbox is useless because we're not doing fights and stuff at this point. So it's between getting an extra blue and having cards in the hand cost less if I play an ability, or we just take the firepower. Honestly, I'm gonna take the firepower. The third ice block, that's funny. Bat Incarnation's actually kind of good, because 5 Greys is really good at dealing with Sage's like first turn. Ice Blooded is the card that works with Ice Lances. Ice Lances deal triple damage the turn that you play it. It's so expensive, but like you add 3 to the hand and have Exile Ethereal. So like you get to keep this for the turn that you want. It doesn't exile itself, which is kind of cool. And it's like you get 3 Ice Lances to the hand to use with this, and you'd get like triple damage off them there. I can generate cold relatively reliably, but I'm not sure that I want to go down this route. I kind of want the ice block. If for no other reason, then it could just be like the end of turn thing to blank Sage's hit here. This is so expensive at 3 blue. Bat Incarnation is good, but I think the ice block might just be more useful, because I could use this on the turns that she does unblockable attacks. I'm gonna go for it. We have like 3 copies of the card now, which is insane. That doesn't usually happen. But, oh, I've been wanting to find this one as well, because I think this is actually one of the better cards for Cold Generation, especially if you upgrade it. You add what, just like before, instead of adding a Glacier, now it adds an Ice Bullet. And the Ice Bullet, like I said, does do damage and applies cold. So like this is your way of like keeping on generating the stuff. I might take that actually. Does seem very respectable here. The energy drink is also good, but I have a lot of mana gaining stuff. That's why I don't particularly want Brain Overclock either. It's strong, but again, we're taking damage every time we play cards against Sager, so it's a bit tough, right? And then the last bit is like a card upgrade, I suppose. What are we even upgrading at this point? Probably one of these two, right? If we upgrade this, seems reasonable. And then if I buy the Frozen Throne, then that's going to be the upgrade target. I'm going to take the Amulet. The reason I want to take the Amulet is because if she starts with the Teapot, that's going to be brutal. So I'd rather not deal with that. Okay, let's see what we can do. What is your starting ingredient here? It is the Teapot, so it looks like I was right to be a bit cautious on it here. Right, so we are going to gain some extra mana this first turn as well, because we're definitely weakening her, and yeah, we're going to take the 2, so that gives us extra mana here. Let's start with the Ice Wing. Blizzard is a very good start, right? So we'll do that. I think I do just want to like block some of the damage here. We'll go Blizzard. Put the cold down. Summon. And Zeno. Because we need more cards to play here. Lost in Paradise would have been really fun with the other stuff. It doesn't really do anything in this hand, so I don't think we're going to get to play it here. This looks like it's going to be this one into another Blizzard. Seems pretty good. And we're going to try and draw more stuff for this. Oh, Lakeside is strong. I could end this turn with Ice Block. That's probably what we want to do. So we'll go Lakeside. Add these 2. I'm tempted to copy Letty here. Is the end goal. Because if I copy Letty, I guess I'll see what I get off of these first. Call on Friends is really good too. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So long as I end with the appropriate number of cards, I should be fine. Copying Letty just adds to the chill factor here, right? So that seems pretty good. Because we do have 2 of those going. We don't have an absolute 0 going at the moment. So yeah, I have enough mana to do this. So let's do that. I'm gonna copy you. We're going to Ice Block is gonna retain the hand, which might be awkward. But I think it's okay. Gain that, and then that gives us an extra attack power too. It's good, and we're just gonna Ice Block here. Yeah, because that's a lot of extra damage as well. And we get 2 uses of Blizzard this turn. The vulnerable was removed, so we don't have to worry about that bit, which is quite strong. That's a good start to this turn as well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that went. Only 7 mana this turn, but that's fine. It's just the defense is a bit awkward here. So I think we want to block here. Definitely want to Ice Lance. I think that can easily fit in. And then just, I guess, minimize the amount of thingies we're playing. I could get a 4th Letty, that's pretty funny. Yeah, why not? And just block. Take a little bit of damage here, but that's fine. Yeah, that's a lot of extra damage come out here. And this is without Absolute Zero being in play. Because we just haven't gotten to there. So, cool, I guess. These are going to disappear at the end of the turn, so there's not much of a concern about losing out on that. The problem is all of this is kind of clogging up things. I guess I use the shield so I don't lose as much life here. I don't want to use this yet, but it feels like I might just want to get rid of it. We've got Lakeside Dance going, so... Because she's going to heal it is the reason why it's like kind of bad to get rid of it, but I think it's probably just for the best here. Frozen Throne is exactly what I wanted to see, so that's a good start. We get the Ice Bullet. Ah, it's a cute little animation. Upgrade? Hell yeah, it keeps a lot of these around. That's actually kind of good. I like the idea of that. Do I want to use Gat Lady this turn? What is still in the deck to get? Not really a lot. So maybe oh, there's the Ab-Zeros. I have a blue mana left. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, because this is a really good thing to draw. And this is also kind of good to draw, so sure, that seems pretty strong. And not much else to really play, so we'll just do that. The cool thing about the cold here is that it kind of gets around any, like, weakness that she would inflict to me. And it also goes through her stuff here too. Bow of Light is really annoying, actually. That's gross. Do I still have an Ice Block in here? I do. Yeah, that's really gross. Okay, gonna use that. Obviously enough. Need to... I guess I could just like try and draw the stuff. What am I aiming to draw here? It's mostly defense stuff that's left in here. So like, I guess I'm trying to draw the Ice Block, but then that retains the hand, which is annoying. Maybe I do want to get rid of the Letties at this point. They seem really good still, though. That's a tough one to justify. It's just that every turn she's going to keep putting more status stuff in the deck, and it's a pain in the butt. I don't have any direct damage left in the deck right now, though, to get through the stuff. Do I still have Frozen Specimen? Yeah, I do. I just couldn't play it before. This is a bit of a tricky turn to fully work out here. I think I'm gonna go for Cold Logistics. Maybe it's just these two then? That doesn't seem right, but... yeah. Oh, because it was a tool, the exile that way. Yeah, okay, that's why it didn't work. That's fine. So I'm losing 5 life because I didn't gain anything this turn, but that's okay. Yeah, this is a weird one. Because I'm gonna overdraw. I don't have enough stuff left in deck for that. I think I'll be okay. Right, we'll leave it here this turn. I do take some damage, 8 damage in total to be fair, but like, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be comfortable enough on life. And this turn, oh, unplayable that way is annoying as well. This turn, Ice Block can come out, so we will be fine on that front. Do that. I will actually need to use the rainbow to play it though. Yeah, let's do that now then. Because I have to play the rainbow here because of the Purify. And now Ice Block. I feel like I'm being a bit slow here is the problem, but at the same time... It's probably okay. I'm just worried about vulnerable this turn. Is the big drawback. Alright, drawing cards not really happening on this hand, but we'll play the rest of it out as best we can. Do that. Gain this. That's pretty good. Hey, we get another Letty. Yeah, I mean, it's working so far. Like we're not getting very far in is the problem. We are sort of chipping away. It might not be working as well as I would like, but I don't know. I don't think this is the turn to Zen a card though. As much as I want to, I don't think this is the correct turn to do it. What I need to get is the Blizzard Chain going. Oh, especially with a Winged Key. This is... and vulnerable. Yeah, we need to win like this turn. Okay. That is terrifying, but doable. So we get rid of these two. And we play that to get the cold trigger. Play you to trigger again. Life doesn't matter at this point in terms of my overall health because I am dying if this hits me, right? 11 times 8, the Wing Key lets her attack twice in succession, so if she gets an attack turn, I am 100% dead and it doesn't matter what happens. So, life is unimportant, I do not need to block. What I need, Ice Block actually kind of saves it, right? That is the second thing that I could get here that would work. With that in mind then, I think I just roll Blizzard and see if it hits, right? It does not hit, unfortunately, but that is fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess we do just Ice Block this turn then. So with that in mind, maybe this is just a case of use the block here so I take less overall. And then, yeah, go these two on the barrier and use my final Ice Block here. Okay. This is why we have so many of them, I suppose. Retaining the hand when it's got glares in it is kind of annoying, but I think it's still okay. 42 by 2 twice, by the way. Right, we have to win this turn. This one, for sure, there is no getting out of. But Blizzard is a pretty good way of doing it. Because we have game with this, right? We go Blizzard, we go Ice Beam, we go Spell Card, the cold is going to take her out. Oh, Freeze Beam, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and then the bomb takes it. That's why I wanted to save it against Remy, right? Oh, tough. Tough, tough, tough. Did we have stuff left in deck? We had Devil Shot and that's it. There wasn't really anything left in the deck that I could have attacked with there. So we had to save the spell card for the end as well. very difficult item set there. The teapot is always the worst one to begin with, and just in terms of raw damage, right? And then the bow. I think it could have been the pendant or something that we got instead, and that would have been a lot better. So yeah, the bow is a pretty rough one to deal with there, and especially because of all the glass and stuff that went in the deck. And then yeah, the wing key is just, if you haven't won already, you are losing right now. I really don't like that wing key can be the third item. I think that's incredibly cheap, to be honest with you, because it doesn't matter what you have played. If that key comes up as the third item, then you are 100% dead, right? So I think it's a super cheap one to force up at that stage, but you know, it do be like that. I mean, it is Sager after all. She's designed to be cheap, right? As far as character stuff goes, she's designed to annoy you to no end, and boy does she fulfill that role. Yeah, triple ice block was very funny. So takeaways from this one. I did not get a chance whatsoever to try this card out, but I don't doubt that it is very powerful. I think you just need to find more than one copy of it, and potentially have more. Like, we played quite a good deck for it here, I think, in the end. There are a lot of cards, of course, that are more than 2 costs, but there was quite a lot of 1 cost cards in here as well, with things like Careful Deliberation, Gap Lady with 0, that would have worked. The Flashlight would have been cool. Ageless Dream, if it wasn't pre-upgraded, would have been pretty good for it. Stuff like Fairy Intellect, Spring Color Path, all of these things being low cost, and all the ice blocks as well. I think we had a pretty good deck for Tower Movement. I just didn't see it, because we only had one, and it was a big deck, so, you know, sucks to suck, I suppose. But I can see why it would be very strong, and I am kind of thinking like Sakuya would be the better one for it, and I think it could be very good as a Sakuya card, so I'd be interested to see it in that type of thing. Regardless, thank you for sticking with us here if you have made it to the end. Very interesting run overall. The new Cirno is quite capable. Blizzard is a very powerful card after all, and to play Blizzard for free mana is a really good thing, so yeah, happy enough with that. Till next time though, which might not be until Koishi comes out, but we'll see whatever update stuff happens. But until next time, thank you for watching and take care.